Ryan was sitting on the couch as he was fixing his tie. He wasn't running it when she was so awkward and weird around him because she didn't know him before or never met him. He was her best friend, best friends, best friends. They never took interest in each other before marriage, but then because of their parents, they both got married. They felt so awkward with each other. He looked at her and her gaze was done. When I'm going to the office, he looked at him and he walked towards her and put his hand on her chin and hands up. If you want anything, then call me. He's a good husband. He never behaved rude or badly. He always tried to make me comfortable. I started to like to be with him. He's such a gentleman who always tried to do everything for me. He gave me everything. But I don't know if he likes me or well, it's just to never make me think that he hates. But still, I have a thought. If he's pretending to be like this in front of me, if he talks bad about me behind my back, if he have talks with other girls, but if he doesn't like me, he needs to tell me because I don't want to live into forced marriage. But on the other hand, why don't you tell her that you love Giselle or tell her why are you hiding this from? She might be heartbroken. She will find out one day and it's useless to hide this from. This is a beginning. She will understand you if the time passes. At night, when he entered the house and she was sitting on the dining table and was smiling after seeing her face, he didn't have his stamina to tell her that he smiled and walked towards her. I was waiting for you, he smiled and said, don't you want to wash your hands? Where she asked and he got up, he came back and after that they sat down. They were sitting eating peacefully. Vajanko, I want to talk to you, she said. What is it? I want to ask you to that do you want to live with me? If you don't want to live with me, then you can say I won't force you. I like you. We can spend our time together. But if you want, then I have no problem. You can tell me. He was staring at her smiling face. I also like you. We can live together. She smiled wildly. Really, his heartbeat was fast as he was saying the truth. But he nodded one nod. She hugged him. He didn't know that why he was doing that, but he just didn't want to break her heart as he found her so innocent. Don't forget that you love me. She is no one for you. You married her just for your parents. I'm your everything. You should come to me. She was going. He got the call and when I'm going for an important work, so I'll come back. He said home button. He nodded and then he walked out. He entered his house and she was standing in a miserable state. He closed the door and told me, do you touch her or not? But he said, well, going, no. She doesn't leave, but she doesn't deserve this. I mean, she's my best friend, but still I can't leave, so you have to leave her. It is my fault. See, everything why you're so quiet. I'm saying, leave her. Why are you not doing anything? Why this became so hard for you? Why you didn't love her, didn't even know her? Why it is so hard for you? Tell me, I'm going crazy for you. And didn't even care. She sat there crying without saying anybody. He walked out, leaving her like that. He was sitting in the car while staring at the road. He didn't know what to do. Well, it was his fault. If it wasn't his fault because he got married to Wine, but then Giselle told him that she loved him. He was shocked to hear that she loved him because he had no idea about it. On the marriage day she told him that she loved him and started to be made him feel that she should have left Wine for Giselle. John might wanted him to leave Wine because he thought that Wine was the new girl in his life and Giselle was his husband. So John was putting in Janku said that he loved Giselle. And Janku was feeling so confused because he didn't love Giselle before marriage and that's why he agreed to marry Van. But Giselle and John were trying to make him believe that he loved Giselle. They were puzzling him. He could always feel that Giselle took Giselle's out. And then that was making him tired of her. Giselle was asking him to leave Van without even thinking that she was her best friend. But Giselle didn't care about anyone. He had nothing with Giselle. Now he knew that Giselle and Don were trying to manipulate him. They wanted to leave him to leave Van, which he didn't want to do. Don always talked about Giselle in front of him to make him believe that he loved Giselle. He started to realize that manipulation. He didn't love Giselle. He made up his mind. He turned the car and drove towards the house because he didn't want to leave Van and wanted to live with her. He entered the room and Van was sleeping peacefully. He walked towards her and sat down beside her. He touched her face softly, as if felt bad for her because her own best friends were trying to destroy her. He lay down beside her, he held her hand and fell asleep. While on the other hand, Giselle was trying to call him, but Dawn was staring at her. He won't pick up the call. She angered through the cell phone. Giselle, what happened to you? Why are you doing this? If you loved him, then you should tell him before the marriage. Now it's impossible because he will not leave on for you. He doesn't love you. Believe me, he doesn't love you. He's listening to you because he doesn't want to hurt yourself. No, he loves me. And he has to leave her. How can he be? She became so important for him. How can he love her fall in love for her for just a month? She didn't even know that you liked him. You should tell her. I was out of the country at that time. They both didn't tell me. They tried to write it for me and named it as a surprise. Why are you saying this? They are your best friends. You should forget this and start a life. This is better for you. Believe me, you will live happily. I can't live happily after seeing them together, and how can they fall in love with each other in just a month? Dawn became quiet and realized that she was going crazy. The next day, Van was sitting by putting the ornament in his hands. He was just staring at it silently, but suddenly the doorbell rang. Van got up and opened the door and it was Giselle. What you both are doing? She asked, and Janku's whisper after seeing it. Janku accidentally burned his hand, so I was putting ointment on his hand. Oh wow, how can you burn your hand? She sat beside him and he believed that she would start behaving like an obsessive in just a minute. Van told you and I'm okay now. Van looked at him and his tone was harsh. Van didn't feel good as he ever talked about in a sweet tone. Give me the ornament, I will put on it. No, Van will put it. He put his hand in front of Van and Giselle was staring at him. And Van was staring at both of them without drawing anything. Does anything happen between you both? No, he just giving more preference up over me. Because you are now his wife, whom he loves the most. Van smiled, okay, I should go now. Why? Let's eat something. No, I just came here to meet both of you. I will come later. Bye. Van nodded and she walked out. Janko knew that Janko Giselle would behaving like a psycho again. Van sat beside him. Do you want anything? No. Then he put his head on his shoulder. I'm not feeling good. A month later, Janko and Mama were living happily and he was confused because Giselle stopped doing her obsessive act while he didn't care about her because he was happy being married. Now they were walking through the streets without telling each other stories. He was holding her by her waist and he was staring at her as she was telling him about her. He found her so cute. Giselle and Don was staring there, staring at Jan. Don dropped after seeing them. He looked at Giselle and she was heartbroken after seeing them and Dad packed that they were trying striking and Janko. Giselle said, filled with tears and they looked at her and she ran away. While on the other hand, Dan was looking at Giselle because she was crying as someone died. Forgetting my hair, torturing herself, I will do everything to have him. It still useless because he won't leave her. I don't care. He love her. 1 month later, Yanko was so pissed because Giselle was calling him like crazy. Man was laying beside him and she looked at him. Why are you not picking up the calls? I don't want to pick up if it's spotted. He picked up the call and Yanko want to tell you about what. Come to my apartment. Ron is also with me. We want to talk with you about something. No, I'm tired. Please come. It's so important. It's not about that. I won't talk about that, so don't worry. No, I just want to tell you something important. You both can tell me on the phone. No, please come. I promise I won't talk about that. Then go. It must be something important. No, I don't want to go. Just go. They are your best friends. They wanted to meet us to go. She insisted, so he agreed to go there. He entered the apartment and Dawn and Giselle were sitting there. She looked at him, but you both wanted to talk about it as well. Fully pissed. Sit down, we will tell you. First drink something. I don't want to drink or eat anything. Just tell me. Check why are you doing this. Just drink it. Just forget that and we live like friends. No, not was funny. Do you like it? Yes, it was good. Now tell me I want to apologize to you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I hope you will forgive me because I don't want to break our friendship in order. No, I need to go home. I'm not feeling well. What happened? He got up and they made him sit down. And then he didn't remember anything. The next morning he opened his eyes and he was on Giselle's bed. His eyes was enough to seeing her beside him. He immediately got up and she looked at him. What the hell I'm doing here? He asked her. With panic that uncle actually last night you phoned me in the hospital and I didn't believe that. But you did know this is not why I didn't do that. He bought his shoes and walked away. Giselle smiled fondly. She did what she wanted. She got off the bed happily. He was feeling so good. He entered the house and men were standing there. Where were you? I literally called you 100 times. He asked quickly and he didn't have this time not to look at her. Out of shame, he was feeling so regret. He was walked towards and went to the office last night. Because I'm your important person, slapped him myself and was off. I'm sorry. He hugged her. Really, I love you too, she said. He smiled and he was trying his and he couldn't believe it inside that he did. He was feeling ashamed to have her. Cheated on her. She didn't deserve that. Tears formed in his eyes and while hugging her, he didn't want to leave her. She was liking him happily, but he wanted to cry. He didn't believe that. After that, he started living in regret. He felt love you all the time. He couldn't see Man's and because of it. She mysteriously wouldn't believe that he betrayed Van as he didn't. He didn't remember anything that he tried to hard remember that but nothing came in his mind. A month passed and didn't even see Giselle and he didn't want to. And I was sitting in front of Giselle. I don't know what to do. I also should when I found her, but this is your Believe me, was staring down and if say something you got, do you tell Vayani? But if she found out, will you stay with her and hide it from her? Do you betray her like that? She is innocent. Look, he has your. If you don't believe me, then you can go to the doctor. I'm not trying that day. You baby, your baby showed me something happened to me and your child started forcing, but I forgive you because I love you. Tell when you will dead, then we will do something about our baby. I had no choice, he didn't want to be defined. You was so hurt. He came back and I was smiling while waiting for him, but his face was blank. He walked towards her and asked her what happened. She asked him, then his tears started falling as if it was the last day of them being together. He knew that she would leave him after knowing everything. He didn't remember anything. The reader might worry for Mary tried to find out the truth from them, but they all said that it was the truth. The next day, she was sitting on the bed worldly, and he came out while having a blank face. Why are you? What are you hiding from me? Well, tell me what happened. Let's go, you will find out. Tell me now, I will die out of curiosity. Let's go, you will find out by yourself. Let's go. They walked out. She entered the restaurant. It was in the big building. She was happy, but then she saw Giselle. Giselle's face was dull, and he was staring at both of them. They walked towards her and sat down. Janko's and Giselle's face was blank, and mine was confused. Guys, what happened? Tell me something happened. Janko told her everything. Actually, it is so better because I then suddenly they heard the screams as everyone started running. The building got in the restaurant started burning as there was so much smoke. They got up and started running. After Janko and Giselle ran around the building. Ceiling fell in front of mine, which was full of fire. She was standing in panic. He was about to go to bed. Janko turned with Giselle, grabbed her his hand. Leave her here and don't wanted to die. She grabbed his hand. Giselle pulled him pulled him while leaving her there. She was staring at them, standing between fire. At that time, she didn't care about anything. He left me and Giselle is going. His baby they ran out and he decided to save her. She started crying as the restaurant was burning where she was standing there. She didn't care about her life. Anymore, she had enough. She couldn't believe that from now he had left her to die. She went out to save herself, but suddenly she fell over crying. And he came out. She looked at him. Come to me. She didn't get up and was staring at him. What are you doing? Come to me. Come. And come. She didn't listen to me. He entered the restaurant, which was full of fire. His clothes caught in a fire. He grabbed her hand and threw her out of. And then the whole fell on him. She lost her conscience. She didn't know what happened to him. He workers grabbed her and put her in the restaurant. One opened her mouth in the hospital. No one was there. Janko, she called him at the night center. She looked at him and she asked her about him, but they didn't know about him. She just laid them thinking that he went to the church. He was in so much pain, but suddenly dawned on her and asked her, are you okay? She said, where is he? Is he with her? They both betrayed me and he cheated me with her. I believe that he is with her at home because of the baby. I won't forgive them. While he sent to my first, he didn't cheat him. Giselle did all that. She wasn't, it was all Jesus trying to wait here. Marriage with him. That day when he came to our apartment, she gave him something in his drink and he lost his conscience. To make him believe that she faked it and forced him to leave you for the baby. He tried to find it too, but she did all the plans so cleverly. So you were with her in everything. He tried to speak, but cannot of you were trying to ruin my marriage. I won't forgive you. One stayed at him. But he died while saving you with the building fell on him. She was waiting, she was staring at him in shock. This is true, he really died. I know you are lying. No, this is true. She couldn't believe in her ears. 1 month later, we were sitting on the bench after making Giselle's and Tom's life. Her tears were falling. As she couldn't believe everything he didn't see, and she wanted to torture him. He believed in surprise. Giselle was happy because she only wanted him to break his marriage with one man was just feeling bad for him. She didn't deserve that. Which caused her and Janko was also happiness where they both were getting what they deserved. And what Giselle put him with her, but one thought that he left her. He didn't leave her and came back to her after remembering everything. She walked at her, she got up and he was standing there and she smiled around to him. He kissed her right and they started walking. He didn't die that day. He got very sweet, jealous, but they were happy and they both found out the truth.